Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. First of all, fam, I want to say thank you again for watching. Thank you for all the love and the support. Thank you for all the positive energy. This is not just a channel. This is a community of collectors talking about things dealing with collecting. Fam, and I'm going to say this. I've been having some issues with G.I. Joe. Some of them look like they're made of a lesser plastic. You know, when we first started out, they had good plastic. You know, the joints was smooth and stiff. You know, the feet with the pegs in them, they were easy to place on stands and pose them. Now, you know, they're making them where they're not easy to put on stands anymore. And it's kind of hard to pose them because the legs, for some reason, are not situated right. It's like they bent funny in most cases, fam. So I'm finding things different. You know, a lot of people are finding a lot of the Joes in the store. But before that, we wasn't finding none of this in the store, fam. So we were getting things done and undone at the same damn time. It seems like as we took steps forward, we were taking a lot of steps back. I'm just looking at some of the bigger issues with Joes. I think, again, they got the wrong people in charge. I believe firing the sculptors, firing advertising staff and things like that, we're losing a lot here. And again, some of the live streams that they do, talking about some of the new releases, fam, they don't seem really interesting. They don't get people involved. They make it seem like it's half-assed. And again, this is not what you're supposed to do with a flagship franchise. You know, I think a lot of stuff needs to be redone and retooled for today's generation. You know, not just for nostalgia with grown people who grew up on this. You got to bring the new generation into this to make this make sense. Again, I look at some of this stuff and, you know, I'm just like, man, you know, it looks good back here if you look at it. But, you know, some of this stuff you look at it and you be like, man, damn. Some of them are even hard to stand up if you just standing them up on a flat surface. You got to do so many poses, you know, the backpacks, the swords, the guns, the extra guns. You got to take half of this shit off for these figures to actually stand up because it's too much. You know, I see a lot of collectors who have a lot of stuff, but, you know, I'm in a place where stuff vibrates at, fam, and I have to keep that in mind. You know, I'm not going to keep getting figures up. It's just a little too much when you're doing all that shit. It's just too much. So you got to make sure everything that you got worked for you. You know, and that's what I got here. I got stuff working for me. And when I look at my classifieds, you know, I look at Sergeant Slaughter. Look at the plastic on Sergeant Slaughter. The plastic is not bad. It looks like one cohesive figure. Then here you go into Recondo. Look at the detail to Slaughter's face. Look at the abs, look at the arms. Then when you get over to Recondo do not look really solid or cohesive. He has a lot of color matching schemes and, you know, it don't look like it worked. The plastic for Recondo looks very cheap. The boots look like they're like something from some other character that we got here. The shirt looks off. It looks too glossy. The harness that he got on, the gun in the front, a lot of this stuff don't look like it matched. You know, he got tape around his gun. You know, I remember from the cartoon that if you look at his wrist on the side, that, you know, from the hand to the wrist, that's just empty space. It looks like it's not finished. At least on the other side, it has a watch. He could have had a wristband on over here or something. If you look at Slaughter, you see they did that with him. You know, he looks cohesive. The boots look cohesive. Look at his boots. His boots do not even look right. This figure is kind of heavy, but this figure you can tell is the better figure. I don't know why. This figure just feels like it's made of a lesser plastic. The sculpt I thought was amazing when I first looked at it. But, you know, now that I look at it, the sculpt is not even the greatest. You know, it looks, I don't know, it looks off. You know, see, this is what happens, fam, when you start, you know, when your stock prices start falling and you're trying to make up for everything that didn't do before, or what you didn't get out the last time. And this is what a lot of these companies do. They try to make up for all the times that they messed up. But it's kind of too late now, because if you messed up all the way back then and now you're trying to get shit under control, it don't work that easy. Again, we got a lot of figures here, fam, and we got a lot of figures that are good and some that are bad. You know what? If you look at McFarland's, there are a lot of mistakes there. But the thing is, people can overlook mistakes when you are consistent with getting stuff out. I told you the other day he had some figures, Two-Face, Scarecrow, the Joker, and the Batman from the Dark Knight movies. And I said, man, they may hit at the end of March or April. Damn it, they done dropped already. This is what I'm talking about. But with G.I. Joe, shit is on order for like 6 months, pre-order to a year. And I'm like, why the hell is that? How are smaller companies able to work around the issues that you should be able to work around? Considering you have more resources at hand, more capital, more staff. What in the actual hell? Then we get upset when we say that this man seemed to be running the actual action figure genre right now. It seems like he's killing it. He is. These figures, fam, for everybody who got all of the G.I. Joe figures in the store, you got a ton of them who don't got none in the store. And I know a ton of people who don't actually have no figures available in their stores at all. See my point? You working with what you got available to you. And right now, a lot of people don't have shit available. I still hear people still telling me they got those G.I. Joe movie figures in the store. And fam, you know that movie been gone and over with for so long. Now we looking at the fact that people are telling me that the Python Patrol Viper and Bat are on clearance. Fam, not at my stores. They're still full price. See, it's a difference in your locations. And locations, again, it got something to do with distribution, when the store get it, because some stores may get it before the other ones, and they may have had it so long and they didn't sell, they marked it down. The other store could have just got it. And if you just got it, you're not marking it down. So these Joes, man, are pissing a lot of people off, and they don't know what the actual heck is going on. You just look at everything and you starting to get upset, and you start getting pissed off, and you start piecing figures together. People are mixing Valaverse with Joes along with Marvel Legends, making figures, making a Wish figure and shit, just building stuff, making customs, because they cannot find the stuff that they thought they would be able to find. All the easy stuff that people say, oh yeah, it's like 100 of these on the shelf. You go to your store thinking you're going to find 100. You go there, you don't find a damn thing. The whole toy aisle seems like you see tumbleweeds going straight down the aisle. It's like wiped out. And that's what's happening in some stores. It's drying up again. I've been hearing, from myself as well. At certain points, the stores were kind of lucrative. You got stuff just overflowing. And now it seemed like, shit. It's a free fall. If you find something, you better hurry up and grab it and keep it and run up to the counter and pay for it before somebody take it out your hand. Fam, I know a lot of y'all say, hey, man, I got to say it again. It seems like you bipolar. You say one thing today and one thing tomorrow. Collecting is like life. Each day, something is different. All the stuff you may have found yesterday may be gone when you go to the store today. That's just how it works. You see a ton of shit yesterday, and you go in there today, and you be like, yeah, I just said, I wouldn't buy none yesterday. I'm going to get something today. You go in there and ain't nothing there. And you sitting like, where the hell did all that stuff go? Somebody bought it because you didn't. You said, I'm not on buy it, and somebody else bought all of it. This is what we got to look at. If you see something and you want it, you got the money for it. I know sometimes we feel funny about, giving Hasbro money after all the shit they done to us. But you know what? If you want it, grab it. Buy it. Don't wait till later, because we all know you may not see it later. You may not see it the next damn 10 minutes. You always see stores say they got 2 or 3 of the items. You go in there, you can never find the items. Because if somebody did have the item, they picked it up, put it somewhere, hid it somewhere, just for you won't be able to find it. You know, so when they come in, they could buy it. People do this shit all the time. They have stuff under certain areas to, you know, keep it to later. Fam, I've been saying this so much. They pull up these little risers at the bottom shelves. They pull them up. And you see all type of shit down there. Man, they had so many classifieds down there at one point in time on one video. I said, wow, where's security at? Hell, security following me all damn day long. You telling me you letting people put shit, basically steal it to later to get clearanced out? Come on, man. We got to be better than this, man. You know, see, this is why a lot of people get tired. Man, but, you know, check out the material. Man, I'm not making up shit. I'm starting to notice that some of this materials, man, is not like it was in the beginning. You know, you go in the beginning, you see some of this stuff, just like Bazooka's pants. They look different than Rakondo's pants. You know, everybody seemed like they're wearing different stuff in Joe's, but a lot of this stuff is reused. It makes sense to reuse from a price point, as far as the company-wise. They save money, whereas they don't have to keep using different molds for different things. But after a while, you know, the collector, the buyer of the product, noticed and started getting mad because it seemed like they got the same figure, just with a different head. I could have kit bashed the shit myself. Fam, they think we stupid. We starting to notice. We paying attention. That's what collectors should do when you putting out money. $30 is a lot of money. $25 is a lot of money. Online, you find some of these figures for $30. In the store, sometimes $22, $25. Just keep that in mind. Wherever you can find a figure, if you feel comfortable paying the price and you okay with it, man, do your thing. But till later, fam, peace out.